So here, looks like we got a leather from Booth Digby. So I'm gonna go probably talk to him and see what that's about, and maybe explore around a little more and see who else I can find in the area to talk to.
You again. What do you want?
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know?
Goodbye, Mr. Digby. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Doctor
You should be
Reid.
nicer
I'd
to
like
people,
to ask
Mr.
you some
Fish.
questions, if I may.
Don't like questions.
I will continue
or
to call you
doctors.
Fish until
And the
you
name is Seymour
be nice.
Fishburne, if you must know.
Fish.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
Nope. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Ah, yes, we'll be seeing you again, possibly, Mr. Fish, and maybe Mrs. Fish.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Do you require medical...
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients. Yeah.
I think the only thing I'm concerned
How can
about is
you
whether
smell?
you smell the fish, Mr.
On several matters, in
Fishburne,
fact.
or not. But
I
seriously,
don't know which
free
kind of
medicine.
doctor you're used to dealing with, but
I
it's
hope
a
it cures
doctor's
you of your
purpose
fish
to heal
smell.
people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reid? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people's trust.
Goodbye, Mr. Fish.
So this is one of those instances where it's like, I'm gonna go exploring, and I saw something shiny, got distracted, and started exploring somewhere else. And as far as I know, I never went back over there, even though I probably should have, because I have no idea where that goes. And now I'm curious, and now I might head back there later. But since all this gameplay is pre-recorded, I can't exactly go back there just yet. So maybe after the next part or so, I'm not sure. I might head back if I can remember. But we're gonna probably come talk to Mrs. Fish now and see why, maybe
Good
figure out
evening,
if her
madam.
son's like, why
I'm Dr.
he's
Reid.
a dickhead.
Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
I mean, if you want me to be liberal, I could always kick down
I'll
your
leave you
door and come inside and force feed you medicine. I mean, that sounds like a good idea to me. And you not letting me
Hello,
in,
boy.
I guess is understandable.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you?
I do
You
like
have nothing to fear from me.
this poor boy.
No, it's just that People
I do
prefer
like
to
his
avoid
name.
me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
That's an awesome name. Rufus Kingsbury.
Are you alone?
I love your name.
Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home. You're sleeping rough.
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
No one with a name, Rufus Kingsbury, should ever not have a home. I would give him my room if I could. But you know, I kinda like not dying in the sunlight.
You should be careful,
Yeah,
Rufus.
the dogs aren't very...
There are things that lurk in the
safe.
shadows of this city. Things that prey on the lonely
You
and
know,
the
kinda
desperate.
like
I've known worse.
the vampires.
I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I don't think you understand the
I
vampire.
can't say,
problem.
sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the dock, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Spare you a bob? I'll spare you more than a bob. I'll spare
Do
you
you
a
have a
shilling.
job?
Maybe a couple of
It's
shillings.
hard to work, what with my head and all.
Maybe some tea and crumpets if you mind.
Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
So I'm just going through these dialogue
What do
trees,
people say
basically.
about this
But
place?
I can relate to him.
Things have been tense
My
between
room
the
is
wet
like
boot
5
boys and
feet from the
communists.
kitchen.
They both feel
I
they should run
completely
the docks.
forget what I'm doing walking in there. I'll walk into the kitchen
What
and be
can you
like,
tell me about this region?
I don't know what I'm doing
It's
in
all
here.
about staying out of trouble. But
Was I
since
thirsty?
most
Was I
people
hungry?
prefer to avoid
I
me,
can't
it's pretty
remember.
easy.
So I can relate to Rufus.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
So long, Rufus.
So pretty much, I'm gonna kind of go back over to kind of what I need to do and kind of what I know. So, I know Rufus is. I need to go get some treatments for Rufus. I'm gonna see if I can explore around and enter any of these other buildings. Cause I know I got that note from Booth and that bank. I think it was. Maybe an abandoned bank. I'm not sure. But, basically see what else I can do around here before I head off to Whitechapel again. I know I haven't fully met everyone. I'm sure they're in the other dock areas. I'm not sure if I can access those yet.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr.
Evening,
Do you
Mr.
need help?
A real
Kingsbury.
doctor caring about me.
Take the
That's a
medicine
first.
I have
I
created
feel
just
like
for
a real
you.
person.
Because, you know,
A
I
real
care
doctor
about
treats
you.
everyone the same,
You
Rufus.
are a real person.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty, here we go. Into parts unknown. And to take out some rogue skulls. Hiya! The true way to beat down an enemy in the corner. And the true way to not get beaten. Well, yeah. Ah! Get off me, you slimy, disgusting being. Ah. Alright. Alright, it's time to deal with these. Gotta go, okay. Maybe. No, I'm gonna have to. I have to save this guy. I'm gonna have to go about this a little carefully, though. Alright. All I have to do is avoid to not getting hit. Easier said than done, though.
Come on, and I will show you
Alright,
where
so oh, nope, there we go. Oh boy. Alright.
Get back out, you crazy bastard! What are you?
2 down, 1 to go. This guy might be my hardest fight yet.
What are you?
Gun! Gun! Come on!
You won't get me here.
Alright, I think I got it.
Get the fuck out of here,
Oh, no, no! Oh,
Come on, and I will show you how a weapon.
alright, buddy. That's what you're all about. What's up with you? Why are you here?
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying
Considering
here
it just saved your
will put
life
your life at great
from those
risk.
things?
Bah!
Yeah, it is my business.
I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick
And
some
do those
respect
guys
into
look
those
like
youngsters.
I wasn't
human
specifically
guards?
referring to them.
You're
but
watching
are you
them.
really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
Not just nicer, but also less murdery and vampire-y. But, I don't know. Oh. Okay, I guess he is a part of this district. I thought he would be part of some other district. Alright. We're just gonna go search this house and let's go. Alright, random body with a letter. Let's see what this is about.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back
Alright,
of the
well,
case.
I get to deliver this watch
Jack.
apparently.
Gillingham. Maybe I should
don't know who
return
that
this
is.
watch to his family.
So, hopefully I won't be doing too much of this running around, because, you know, I don't want y'all to suffer, and this is tedious for me as well. But I think the goal for right now is to finish exploring, and I'm gonna head direct to the Whitechapel to continue the story. And then while exploring, I find a random knife.
This must be Clay Cox's
Oh,
knife.
okay.
A fine
I guess
blade.
it's Clay's knife. I guess we should
No
go
wonder
see
he
him then.
wants it back.
Down the streets of London I go. Do, do, do. Wow, dickhole. Hey, dickhole, stop. Stop shooting me, you hear that? What is that? Oh, a skull. Okay. Just gonna deal through it fast. Super fine.
Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe, for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway. Can't thank you enough, sir.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
It started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... Well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself. Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. Oh, the terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
Yeah, I thought about what I could do to survive, just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again, by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.